Well, I'd like to use this design, which comes from North America, so the base units are in feet, decimal feet. And I'd like to use the design to discuss the generation of plant schedules, and there is one here on the right-hand side. I'd just like to show, I want to draw, this is the dwelling through here, so I want to draw the roof line. So I'll use now modify fillet, and just show that you can square things up rather nicely using the fillet command. Now let's pick those two, right click and mirror, and we'll put a mirror line in from there, and again the midpoint of there, and I'll right click and say with a copy. So we've got our roof line in as soon as we draw a line from the end of this one to the end of the other. Now I'm not sure what layer that's on. If I pick this one here, that's on a layer called trace, so we can just pick all of these and move them from hardscape new to layer trace to keep things consistent. So we now have the dwelling showing. If I use gCADPlus, plant schedules, and say show symbols with names, can you see that as I move out a little, there are some symbols way over here to the right that are already tagged and some that are in the design. So if we run the schedule now, as we've done here, as has been done here, we'll get all of the plants that are tagged in the schedule, and that will even include things like existing, and the lighting, landscape lighting symbols have been included. And the reason they've been included is if we look at the edit the plant list, we see that's a little odd. We've lost our GCP file, and that's the reason I have this drawing, is the user sent it in because they've lost the accompanying GCP file. So the first thing I want to show before we move on to plant schedules is that if that happens to you, you should have the GCP file somewhere in your system, and you should just be able to reload it. But if that does happen, we can go to gCADPlus and plant schedules. We can view, here's the current list, and it looks for all the world like our GCP file. Now you can recreate the GCP file if this situation arises by saying gCADPlus and come down to extract schedules, and you can extract that very same plant schedule and we can put it on the desktop. There's one there called Xerophytic, so let's just call this one plant list, and we're going to export it as a CSV file, and then Excel can read CSV files. That stands for a comma separated file. So we'll click save. Well, I've started Excel. I've used a blank worksheet, picked data, import from, so I went data, import from a text CSV, and navigated my way to the desktop and loaded it. So we now have a comma separated file that's been loaded into Excel, and we can save that. I'm going to save the data as tab delimited and click save. So it's going on the desktop as a tab delimited TXT file. Well, I've renamed the file from Excel, so now I should be able to go gCADPlus, attach the GCP file, go to the desktop, pick up plant list GCP, and there we are. We have extracted that information to Excel and brought it back again, and now down at the bottom in the status line it gives us the path to the location of that GCP file. So I hope that shows that you can, if you happen to lose the GCP and you haven't backed up, you can at least recover a fair bit of that information and reuse it.